Hey guys, Chaz Pippitt here with Ryan Sudnick and JK Whited. Come on in the camera view, fellas. It's going to be a really exciting day today. We're about to have a live draft of the home run derby hitters tonight. Ryan's going to flip a coin. Winner of the coin toss gets either the first pick or the second two picks they choose, and then we're going to figure out whose team was the best. JK and I are going to do a little video breakdown of our teams in just a second, and then as the home run derby happens, we're going to break it down hitter by hitter and round by round in video style, so I don't have to take like 8 days of video analysis to break this stuff down. But you guys are going to really like it. It's definitely a little bit different, and here we go. Ryan, flip the coin. JK, you call it.
Tails.
The call was tails.
It's heads.
It's heads. I will take the second two picks. So JK has the first pick of the home run derby draft.
Well, I think I got to go with the obvious last year's winner, left-handed Yankee, Robinson Cano.
Robinson Cano is off the board. Okay. I'm a big fan of mass, and the most massive player is Prince Fielder.
I worked last year, right?
Worked really well last year. The second most massive player is Mark Trumbo. So I should go with him, but instead I'm going to go with my hitter man crush, Jose Bautista. JK has the next two picks.
All right. Well, I know Chaz, I'm really surprised he didn't go with this pick as his number 2 pick at least. And I'm going to go with round 2, right?
Yep.
Matt Kemp.
And then JK has another pick. Matt Kemp's off the board. He's going athletic.
And it's really a toss-up between the other guys who I don't really think have a chance to win it. Beltran's a big guy with a lot of bombs. Man, Trumbo, like you said, is another big guy. Mccutchen's kind of a smaller guy, probably a better overall athlete. But I really think if I had to pick right here, a young buck, never been in it before, I'm going to go with Trumbo.
Trumbo.
Dark horse.
Like that. All right, cool. Well, I got 2 picks now, and I know who I'm definitely not going to pick, okay? I'm not picking Andrew Mccutchen. He's too small
guy.
Not interested. So I'm going to go Carlos Beltran and Carlos Gonzalez, the Carlos team. It's hard to beat that. So obviously JK ends the draft with Andrew Mccutchen. We're going to break down our guys here in just a second, and we'll post this as well. We hope to see you guys watching the Derby with us, and definitely check back and let us know what you think of our first true video blog breakdown. Thank you. Good luck, JK. You're going to need it.
All right, Team JK. First pick of the draft, Robinson Cano. Went with him because he's, I think, maybe the most efficient hitter of the guys that we have here. You've all seen his swing before in Chaz's breakdown, and if you haven't, you've definitely seen him on TV. Left-handed hitter, obviously high up there in home runs numbers this year. His ground out to fly ball percentage is a little low to me. We were just talking about it, how we feel like that's why he's having a down year as far as average goes. But I like Robinson Cano to win it again. He's got the efficient, smooth, left-handed swing. There's not a lot of effort, but the ball still goes. When you compare him to a guy like Holiday last year, who really struggled because he was just swinging really hard, trying to get the ball out, and it wasn't working. So my first player I'm breaking down is him, and I pick him to win it.
I'll go next. Obviously, Prince Fielder was my pick, and really who I wanted. I was trying to sneak Trumbo by JK and get him on the way back through, but that didn't work out for me. But one thing I really like about most of my guys, except for Cargo, is they all have very low ground ball to fly ball rates. Okay. Generally, when guys get big contracts and make big jumps in Major League Baseball, their fly ball percentage growth goes way up. That's how Jason Worth got his contract at a huge year. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to reproduce those fly ball numbers. Okay. When we talk about elevating the ball on the baseball hitting rebellion, we're talking about the ability to get it off the ground and be very aggressive, driving the ball in the gaps. And these guys are so big and strong, when they hit one hard, it generally goes out. Okay? So the guy I'm going to break down is Bautista. By far, the highest fly ball percentage of the group. Okay? And I know he started off a little weak this year, but there's no question that he's starting to come around and getting really hot. He's had a great effect on some of the young players on that team, like Colby Rasmus, for instance, having one of his best years of his career. And I would attribute that a lot to watching, Bautista hit in practice every day and talking to him about what's going on. So You know, great big uppercut stroke from these two guys and these guys too. He's got the swing that I like the least of these four players. Beltran does, but as you can see, he still gets the ball in the air at a very high clip, and he's had a career resurgence because of that. So that's kind of my breakdown of Bautista and the fly ball percentages and why I picked the guys I did. I just think Andrew Mccutchen, even though he's got a very high fly ball percentage, I think he's just too small. I think the lights would be too bright for him. I don't think he's going to get it done.
As far as the rest of my guys go, I really don't think any of them have a chance to win it except for Cano. If I pick Matt Kipp number 2, you know, a tremendous athlete. He could probably dominate on the basketball court and on the football field if you gave him some pads and a ball. But he obviously was hurt a little bit this year, so he's kind of my 50-50 chance, might have a shot. I think he'll probably do good in the first 2 rounds. I think if he made it to the last couple rounds, he might tire out, but we'll see. And then as far as Andrew Mccutchen goes, he's obviously the dark horse. I think he's a guy that athleticism is crazy good, but he's not big, and he doesn't suit the home run derby champs in the past like your Griffeys and your McGuires, who were just so much bigger and powerful that, you know, those guys ended up easily winning those, you know, Hamiltons. And even though he didn't win it, but he obviously had that 1 round that was superb. And then Trumbo, I honestly don't know a whole lot about him. I just look at his numbers, you know, 20 jacks, relatively good, fly ball percentage. You know, again, he's kind of my rookie in this. Other guys are a little bit more experienced outside of Mccutchen. So I like Cano again to win it. The other guys, we'll see. I don't know a whole lot about Trumbo. I think Matt Kemp's got a chance if he can not tire himself out. Problem is, a lot of these guys, they're there to obviously put on a show for the fans, so a lot of times, you know, if they get 12 or 13, they'll keep going and they'll tire out. I think if Cam tries to do that, I think he's probably toast in the later rounds. But again, Cano's my man. Go Yankees.
Jeez. Get the Yankees out of here. All right, so look, Fielder's the second guy I'm going to profile. One thing I want all you guys to really notice and really pay attention was how many guys consistently get off the ground with their back foot and complete a full turn. Okay, when I say off the ground, I mean at contact. Back foot needs to be off the ground. You're going to see that a ton from Bautista. You'll see it a ton from Cano. I hope you see it from Kemp. I'm not sure. But one thing, these two guys, they're the biggest guys in the field. Now, if they can consistently get their back foot off the ground and get a full turn, I think these two guys are the front runners to win. I've got one of them on my team. I wish I had both, like I said. But Prince Fielder is just a moose. He's who I really think is going to win it. If Bautista doesn't. But obviously, you guys know what I think Cano, like JK said, one of the most efficient guys in baseball. So thanks for checking us out. Look back for the video breakdown, and go Team Chaz.